Hey friends, it's Professor Lyrics back with another reaction focusing on the lyrical meaning behind your favorite songs. Today I have a special request all the way from Australia for The End by The Doors. I started my channel about a month ago exactly from right now, and I didn't think I would already be getting requests from Australia, so thank you very much. Part of that was I didn't realize that YouTube reached all the way to Australia, so I'm glad to hear that I have a worldwide global following now. So I don't know if you live in Melbourne or Sydney or the capital of Vienna, but thank you very much. If you like what I do here, keep describing, liking, shoot me some requests, leave me some comments. All right, The Doors, The End, class is in session.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of our elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands. The end, no safety or surprise. The end, I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be? So limitless and free, desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land. Lost in a romance, wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane. All the children are insane, waiting for the summer rain. Yeah.
Oh, guys, this is haunting. Beautiful, haunting vocals from The Doors here. And it's also a monologue between a person and a thing, an inanimate object. Let's break it down, guys. So the first four lines there are spoken by a young person trying to poop. I think they're on the toilet already, although we don't know that for sure. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is his rear end. He's introducing a suppository to his rear end. His beautiful friend. The guy might be a little bit wacky, but let's keep going. This is the end, my only friend. Sad. His only friend is this suppository. The end of our elaborate plans. I don't know how elaborate they are, but I think that the speaker is pretty young, so he might think taking a suppository in the rectum is an elaborate plan. It's probably scary for sure. The end of everything that stands. That's a nice way of describing his buttocks. It's everything that stands. It's the end of your legs when you're upright. I like that a lot. Great lyrics by The Doors, as one would expect. Then the next few lines are the suppository itself speaking, an example of personification where inanimate objects get human-like qualities, things that don't happen in real life. So suppositories cannot talk, I don't think, but this one can. He says, the end. He's just observing it. Yes, this is the end. I've never seen one before. So be it. This is the end. No safety or surprise. I think he's saying this will be dangerous, but I'm not surprised by what I see yet, so it's kind of a neutral statement. He knows what's coming, I think, but there's no surprises. The end is kind of how he was picturing it to look like, because that's a suppository. I don't think you ever see the end until you're back there ready to enter. The end, I'll never look into your eyes again. So the guy has held the suppository up after it got out of the package to inspect it, as one would, make sure it's the right size, see what he's getting into. The suppository, they were kind of eye to eye, making eye contact, but now that he's back here at the end, he'll never look into his eyes again. Sad, but not that sad, yet, in my opinion. So then back to the pooper. Can you picture what will be so limitless and free? I think he's overselling the suppository on its mission a little bit here. I think he's trying to say, it's not going to be that bad. You're going to be freed of this packaging, limitless. You're set free, guy. Oversell, but he's tricking him a little bit, I think. Desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land. Absolutely. He's saying, this suppository, you're not going to jump up there by yourself. Don't worry. I'm a stranger, but this is my hand. It's a desperate land. You will need my hand. That's a double meaning. It needs a hand and literally needs a hand. Beautiful, beautiful lyrics. Would expect nothing less. That's why they're the best. Lost in a Roman wilderness of pain. So this is set in Rome, Italy, guys. And you know Italy, a lot of cheese, guys. So this young man maybe is on vacation. Could be Jim Morrison himself, I'm not sure. I think he's gone to Rome and eaten just way too much lasagna or just a block of cheese. And you know that will back you up, guys. I think he was not careful. He's traveling. Too much cheese in Italy. I like that little subtle clue there. All the children are insane. All the children are insane. I think he's acknowledging that he's a little bit cuckoo for talking to this suppository, but he's probably extremely, extremely frightened of what's going to take place. I think he knows he has to do it because he needs to poop. He has to move his bowels, but he's so traumatized. He's talking to a suppository and acknowledging that that's a little insane. Waiting for the summer rain. That is absolutely gorgeous way to say waiting for poop. He's waiting for the summer rain, the bowel movement to rain down, become loose, rain down into the toilet. I mean, just look at these lyrics in this first little bit here, guys. This is a long song. Beautiful, beautiful.
There's danger on the edge of town.
I think we're in now, guys.
Ride the King's Highway, baby. Weird scenes inside the gold mine. Ride the highway west, baby. Snake, ride the snake to the lake, the ancient lake, baby. The snake is long, 7 miles. Ride the snake. He's old and his skin is cold. The West is the best. The West is the best. Get here and we'll do the rest. The blue bus is calling us. The blue bus is calling us. Driver, where you taking us?
This is intense, guys. Oh, man, that whole section is a description of the suppository trying to do its job. It's inside the man's body now. Let's dig into it. This is harrowing. There's danger on the edge of town. He's just got in the colon. He's right on the edge. And there's already danger. I would expect the suppository to say that, though, because he doesn't know what he's getting into, and he knows he has an important mission. And then the man says, now, ride the King's Highway. I think that is the colon. He's trying to give instructions to the suppository. Ride that highway. The suppository responds back. Weird scenes inside the gold mine. I'd expect nothing less from the inside of a colon or perhaps the large intestine by now. Gold mine, I mean, it's a suppository. There's probably some nodules on the intestine that may look like gold nuggets. Not bad for a suppository, actually, now that I think about it. Weird scenes for sure. Then the man says, ride the highway west, baby. Ride the snake to the lake. I don't know how the man would know to go west unless he has a very good sense of direction, but he's probably picturing left to his body, which I don't know if that's right or wrong, but maybe this guy knows. He's saying go west in the intestines, the highway west, the highway's the intestines. Ride the snake to the lake. Intestines, I think the lake is a fluid buildup where the feces has been backing him up. I think there's some fluid around it. That will happen when you're all backed up. I think you just picture it being like a giant rock, but inside your body. There will be some fluid in there. That is the lake. The suppository responds back. The snake is long. 7 miles. I don't think that's quite accurate. A suppository might not know exactly. I believe the large intestine is actually about 700 million miles long, all curled up in your stomach. It's one of those weird facts that it can stretch to the moon about 192,000 times and back. 7 miles is a good guess, though, for a suppository, but he's saying, this is long, man. I've got a big journey, a lot of work ahead of me. Then the man just reiterates, ride the snake. Do it, dude. Ride the snake. That's your job. Suppository says, he's old, and his skin is cold. Suppository's a little scared. The intestine, I do believe, would be wrinkled. That's why he thinks it's old. Cold skin. To the suppository, it might feel cold. I don't think the intestine itself is cold, though. It could be figurative. It's cold. It's not welcoming. Ugh. Again, the man. The West is best. The West is best. Get here, and we'll do the rest. He's saying, go west, dude. Do your job. Once you're there, I will start pushing. I'll do the rest. You get there. Chemical reaction of some sort will take place. I will do the rest. You just do this. Get to the blue bus, it turns out, is what the suppository calls the log jam, the piece of feces up in there. It probably does appear blue. It's very dark up in there. You know how blood is supposedly blue before it is exposed to oxygen, so I think the fecal matter appears blue to the suppository. The blue bus is calling us. The blue bus is calling us. I think he's just acknowledging it's time to do its job. And then the man, right before I pause there, driver, where are you taking us? I think he's saying, come on, where are you going, suppository? Don't go east. You're not going east, are you? Oh man, I hope not. This is scary. Is he going east? Go west. I guess. The man knows to go west. I don't know if he even knows. He's insane. What a subject matter.
The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. sister lived, and then he paid a visit to his brother, and then he walked on down the hall, and he came to a door, and he looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to.
Wow, guys. So I think what we had there was a bit of a break from the action and a monologue or soliloquy from the suppository, going back in time and filling us in on the story. The killer awoke before dawn. That's the guy who he's referring to him as a killer because he put him up his butt. So that's the guy on the toilet. He's telling us that he awoke before dawn, probably sick, I would guess. Put his boots on. I don't know why he would do that, but he did put his boots on for this action. Maybe he's in an outhouse, but I doubt it. Took a face from the ancient gallery, and he walked on down the hall. I don't think he literally took a face or a piece of artwork. I think it's a nice way of a suppository saying his face looked serious. He took on the face. You know how these old art pieces in galleries, like the people all look very serious, like, or just a blank expression, perhaps. I think the suppository is saying his face was kind of angry or expressionless. And he walked on down the hall, went to the room where his sister lived, and then he paid a visit to his brother. I don't know why. I mean, the guy might be confused, or he was looking for his father, because the father is the only one that this guy addressed. He walked on down the hallway, looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you. Maybe Dad is the one who made a very cheese-heavy dinner. That's my guess there. So maybe Dad actually bought a bunch of cheese or cooked a lasagna, or maybe just paid for the meal, because this guy's in a bad situation, and he's like, Dad, I want to kill you. I don't think he really wants to kill him. I think he's just very upset because he's caused a terrible stomach ache. This guy cannot move his bowels. So he wants to kill his dad. Mother, I want to. And then I think we snap back to the present. I think he's interrupted from telling his story because things are taking place in the intestine. You heard that. Woo, woo, come on, yeah. I think it's happening, guys. Let's see.
Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us and meet me at the back of the blue bus. Do not blue rock on a blue bus. Do not. Come on, yeah.
Yeah, guys, I was wrong. It had not happened yet in that previous kind of shouting thing, because now we say, come on, baby, take a chance with us, and meet me at the back of the blue bus. So I think the suppository is now talking to blood cells or chemicals inside the body, whatever helps us to poop. I think they've met up and they're saying, meet me at the back of the blue bus, the piece of poop. So things are progressing now. I think it's good news. I think that prior kind of shouting was just some cramping in the stomach, but it sounds like it hadn't happened yet. And now they're doing a blue rock at the back of the bus. I think that's a nodule on the piece of poop. You know how they're very hard and rocky. And I think the suppository is kind of attaching itself to the nodule and doing its job, I think, finally. Let's see, though.
kid, 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 kid. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end. It hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me. The end of laughter and soft light. The end of nights we try to die. This is the end.
I'm exhausted, guys. Relaxed a little bit now, but exhausted. He got it out, as you heard. A lot of profanity in there, but, you know, when you're trying to get something out like that, anything goes, anything goes. I'll try to break that down. I don't know. I mean, wow. Animalistic comes to mind. So, I think that F part with all that pushing and screaming was the act. And he got it out. I mean, it all worked out in the end. That's the good news. Come on, yeah. All right, there at the end. The suppository's last words there, I think, were kill, 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 kill. It was killing the poop. It was doing its job. Beautifully done, suppository. And then the man, one last time, although I believe the suppository is probably dissolved or dead by now. So we have complex double meanings towards the end here. This is the end, beautiful friend. The end, my only friend. The end, it hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me. I think it is literally the end again, the buttocks, and also the end of the suppository's life this time. So it came full circle. That is pretty brilliant stuff there. You'll never follow me. The end of laughter and soft lies. The end of nights we tried to die. So I think he's just relieved. He's saying, he's a little punchy now. He was laughing at the end, I think, after it got out of him. What else are you going to do, guys? A little laughter never hurt anybody. He probably looked down in the toilet and maybe laughed. He was probably a little amazed at what he saw. The end of nights we tried to die. He felt like he was going to die. They tried. The suppository did die. The man, it sounds like, is okay. So in conclusion, the Doors' 1967 classic, The End, is about a young man who goes to Rome and eats too much cheese, gets very constipated, and has to take a suppository rectally, and he begins talking to the suppository, and they have a dialogue. I assume it's an internal dialogue since suppositories can't talk in real life, but that's artistic freedom right there. I love that. What a niche subject. The man gives directions to the suppository to go west inside his intestines. The suppository reports back, finally finds the blue bus, meets up with some cells or other chemicals to help him out at the back of the blue bus, and basically gets the poop out in a very intense manner. Just a very intense song. And then at the end, everything works out. Great song. Beautiful song. The Doors are legends because of this. Class dismissed.